So I already started with my brows filled in and cleaned up. So next I'm going to moisturize my face with the Jose Whipped Argan Butter and the Tarte Illuminizer, and I'm going to use that to prime my skin. To prime the eyes, I'm going to be mixing together my NYX Professional Makeup in white and my Maybelline Fit Me concealer in the color Cafe. I'm going to mix those two together and then prime my lids and set it with translucent powder. For our transition color, I'm going to be going into the Makeup Revolution Reloaded palette, taking the lightest brown on a fluffy brush and going into the highest part of my crease to start fanning out our transition color. Next, I'm going to be taking the darkest brown from a brush that I obviously did not clean, and I'm just going to put it right under that transition color that we first added, just so that we could start defining where we want our actual crease cut to be. So I'm going right under where our first transition color was, and I'm going to start carving out, making sure to blend out the edges all the way to behind my brow. Then I'm going to be taking that black right next to that brown, and I'm going to mix it together with the brown and go back over that same spot but lowering onto our lid a little bit more. To blend it all together, I'm going to be taking this taupish peach shade on a Elizabeth Moth blending brush, and I'm just going to pretty much clean up all the spots that I just blended over and make it look a lot more seamless rather than muddy. So I'm going to take that brush and just go back over that black and that brown just to mesh all the colors together. To cut my crease, I'm going to be taking that same concealer brush, and I'm going to be taking the Wet n Wild concealer in the color Medium Deep Tan, which I also grabbed from Ulta, and I'm going to be putting a little bit on the back of my hand, and then I'm just going to cut my crease, making sure to fan on my ends so that we can add our liner. For my lid color, I'm going to be mixing together this orange and this yellow and patting it onto my lid, which is going to take a little bit of buildup and a little bit of time, but eventually the color will get there. And if the pigment isn't enough, I might wet my brush with some rose water spray, but I just want to see how it applies, seeing how this is my first time actually using the product. But yeah, I'm going to mix these two together and then I'm going to pack those onto my lid. I have to say the pigment isn't that bad, but I'm still going to wet my brush with some homemade rose water spray and still dip back into that orange and that yellow and put those on my lid. Oh yeah, that's a lot better. I think I'm good with the application that I did on my lid, but to clean up my application, I'm going to take that same Ella Louise brush and just clean up around where I made my transition and where I actually applied the color, just so it looks a little bit cleaner, because I am horrible at cut creases. To go with this look, I'm thinking that I want a nice thick wing, so I'm going to take the Ico London Skinny Liquid Eyeliner in black, which I didn't get from Ulta, but I did actually get in my ISPI Glam bag for July. Let me know if you guys want to see my ISPI bag reviews, because I do order them every month, which is the bags where you get the makeup for like $10. They send you one every month, which I would love to do because I get a lot of good products from there. I get a lot of mascaras, I get a lot of liners, I get a lot of eyeshadows. So let me know if you guys actually want a review on the ISPI bags, and I'll do those once a month, and it'll probably give me an excuse to actually post when I'm supposed to. Oh my god, that wing is so bad. Let's just keep going though. It's okay. It's great. It's alright. Let's just keep going. It's not terrible, but it's not good. It's okay. Y'all ever have one of those days where like the makeup is just not like cooperating you with any way? Like, that's me with this eyeliner. Like, I love the eyeliner. It's beautiful, but like I will always be a gel liner girl for this exact reason. Like, my eyeliner right now is so janky, I have to like redo it all over because it's just janky and I don't want that. So it's just like, no sis, not happening. My eyeliner is like subpar at best, but that's okay because that's what lashes are for, right? Right, so now we're gonna fix it all with lashes. We're gonna hide it with lashes, so it's okay. For lashes, I'm gonna be using my favorites, my ride or dies, the professional Lash Ghost lashes that I buy on Amazon in a pack of 5. If I can find the pricing of everything, I'll put it in the video. Now that we've hit all of our eyeshadow mistakes behind some big dramatic lashes, I'm gonna be going into the skin. So I'm gonna spray my face down first with some rose water. And then I'm going to be using the Revolution Stick Foundation in the color F15. And I'm going to let my face dry first, but then I'm going to put that all over my face. I know that's supposed to be a first impression, but if you have an obsession like I do, then I just came home and put everything on my face. Like, I wanted to save it, but at the same time, like, I was so curious to try everything, like I just couldn't resist. So I already know that this foundation is literally the bomb. Like, it covers everything. I don't even feel like I need to color correct. So you just pretty much just, like a stick, you just draw it all over your face, my forehead too. And first I'm going to use a beauty blender to blend this out, and then I'm going to go back in with a brush just to even everything out, and a little bit on my neck. And then we can start blending. Now, this dewy foundation mixed with the Tarte Illuminizer is going to give you that nice, shiny, glistening finish that, you know, you really want, and not to look dry and dull. So I can agree with all the reviews saying that it gives you the nice finish and it blends really nicely, the color matches nice, and I just wanted a foundation that would go good with my powdered makeup. I do use a powdered contour, I use a powdered blush, I use a powdered bronzer. I wanted to make sure that I looked dewy, because when you add all of that dullness on top of that powder, it just doesn't come out looking very well. Next, for the face, I'm going to be taking the Wet n Wild concealer in the deep tan color like I used to prime my lids, and I'm just going to apply that in all the areas I want to highlight. And this foundation, a little goes a long way. It is super creamy. I do like it better than the Maybelline Fit Me foundation, only because the Maybelline Fit Me foundation can get a little watery sometimes. And I want something that's gonna be thick, you know. I want thick, something that's gonna hold up. So I decided to switch concealers, which I'm very happy about. I'm gonna blend out that concealer with a different beauty blender, which I also did not clean, that I sprayed down with rose water. And I'm just gonna blend it like how I normally would, taking my time to make sure that it gets all into the creases. And then I'm gonna set that with translucent powder. Since we already have our under eyes baking, I'm going to just take a flat brush and I'm going to mix together the dark brown, the black, and this orangey shade, and I'm just going to put that right under my eyes as our under eye color. I just took a look in the mirror and I legit look like a skeleton. Now that we have our under eyes done and we smoked everything on and added mascara, I'm going to be taking my NYX Baked Blush, and I think this is in the color Ignite Passion, and I'm going to take a fluffy angled brush like this one, spray it down with some rose water, and I'm going to bronze my face, just add a little bit more color back in, and then we're going to contour. just realized I had my fan on the whole time, so I'm so sorry if you guys couldn't hear me. But to contour, I'm going to take the Smashbox Ablaze palette, and I'm going to use this darkish maroon kind of brown. And I'm just going to use that to contour with, because once again, I have not bought a new contour palette. Like, at this point, I feel like I'm just notorious for using eyeshadows to contour. It's the same thing. It really does not matter. So I'm going to keep doing it. I finished contouring, and then I used whatever was left on that purple sponge just to clean up under my contour to make it look, you know, nice and pretty. So then I'm also using that metallic gold from the Revolution palette, and I think I just want to put that on the inner corner of my eyes. I feel like it would be a nice touch to all this, you know, color that we have going on. Hopefully I'm not wrong. Let's see. Yeah, that's not bad. I think that's pretty. Like, it looks nice. It's a nice touch. For the rest of my face, I'm going to take a big fluffy brush with some rose water, dust it off a little bit, and then take my e.l.f. blush palette in the color Dark and mix together these two shades. And then those are going to go on the apple of my cheeks and the sides of my forehead. For highlighter, I'm taking a fan brush and my Anastasia Glow Kit. And I'm going to use Hot Sand and I think Amber Gold, and I'm going to mix those together and put them on the regular places that you highlight, like the tip of my nose, the bridge of my nose, my upper lip, my chin. I'm thinking of doing something kind of warmy and taupey with the lips, but I kind of always do that. And I found this on clearance at Ulta, and I'm thinking about switching it up a bit. It's a nice orange gloss, but it's kind of bright. So I'm thinking of doing like a mauve brown lip and then adding this orange gloss on top. So I just want to see how that looks first. So let's try that out. Now that I have my Chola lips done, I'm going to take NYX Lingerie in the color Lippy, which is my perfect brown shade. Like, it's my perfect nude lip. Now I'm gonna apply that on. Now that I let that NYX Lingerie lip dry, I'm gonna take this Color Icon lip gloss in the color, what is the color? Pout of Paradise. I think that's very fitting, simply how my lips look huge. And I'm gonna put that over the NYX. I think it will make a nice color together. But I feel like the orange alone, just for this look, is a little bit too much. Guys, well, here's the finished look. I have to say that I'm pretty impressed with all the materials that I got for this video and how the makeup came out. The eyeshadows were amazing. There was a lot of fallout, but overall it was pretty well. My liner is terrible, but I did hide it with lashes. And I have to say that the lip combo of the NYX Lingerie and that orange lip gloss isn't too bad. Like, it doesn't look too bad. I think it gives a nice kind of warmish tone to that brown. If you like this video, like and subscribe, and I'll try to be back as soon as possible. Bye.